Bitcoin is about to do something we have never seen before in the history of Bitcoin. We are still struggling with that yearly open, but how can we anticipate on the next move for Bitcoin? We are seeing very slow markets throughout Christmas, but if we see big volatility kick in, this is what I am doing next on Bitcoin. Every single Christmas Eve, Bitcoin pumped 10% after years for 2 consecutive years in a row. Right now, Christmas Eve has ended. Will we see another move towards the upside for Bitcoin? We will dive into that and way more in today's video, but first of all, please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss something throughout the day in crypto ever again. And of course, please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate you guys. Like this daily update video and let's dive right away into the chart for now. Because what we can see here at the Bitcoin 12-month time frame chart, a year time frame chart, is that we have printing a pattern over and over again. Since 2011, we have seen 3 consecutive green candles and the 4th candle was negative right here. 2011, green. 2012, green. 2013, green. Then we have seen a red candle in 2014. Then we saw 3 consecutive green years. Then the 4th year was red. We have seen it before, 3 consecutive green years. The 4th year was negative here. So what we would expect, if you look at the data, if you look at the past, if you look at the history of Bitcoin, that we will print 3 consecutive green years, green candles, and then a 4th candle which is red. But something really interesting is happening, because we have printed a green candle in 2023, then we have seen a green candle in 2024, and right now we were supposed to see another green candle in 2025, but what we are seeing here is that Bitcoin is printing a negative candle for the first time in history of Bitcoin. And this is something really interesting, because what could this mean? Could this mean that this is the 4th candle printing in the 3rd candle here? Which means that we have seen the negative candle, and after every single negative candle, Bitcoin pumped 3 years towards the upside afterwards. Or is this a sign that we will see a reversal candle further towards the downside for Bitcoin? This is something I am really interested in, and I'm looking forward to what Bitcoin will do at this point, because we have so much option. If we see the scenario that this is the red candle and we will see 2 consecutive years of upside afterwards, that is massive for Bitcoin. But one thing is for sure, Bitcoin is changing at this moment, because the algorithm has changed. If we hit this candle in a negative part, of course it is not the end of the year yet, but if we look at the yearly open here, we can see, and I've been talking about this chart earlier in December because this is a really important chart. If you look at the price we printed on in January 2025, we have seen the price was about $93.3 thousand for Bitcoin. That is a very interesting zone. It is a support and resistance zone. That is why we are struggling to get over it. Why is it very important yearly open? That most of the institutions and entities are buying their Bitcoin around that price. If they push price below or above the yearly open, they will probably make a loss or profit, and that is exactly how they regulate their reports. So right here we have seen a perfect retest and we saw a pump afterwards. That was a sign that institutions don't want to get in drawdown here. Then we got in drawdown, we were rejecting that level. That means that the institutions were supposed to be in a loss. Why could that be their intention to buy more Bitcoin? And that's exactly what they did, because they rejected the yearly open, price went down, and this is where they bought their Bitcoin, and Bitcoin pumped towards the upside. Then they were defending the yearly open here once again, getting supported by it after their massive buy. But right now, we dropped below the yearly open and we rejected it perfectly. What is this sign? The institutions and entities just want Bitcoin to close below the yearly open and sign a loss for their reports. and that is not something really really good for the markets. But what a really good sign is, that will probably mean that we will close under $93,000 before the end of the year. But a really interesting part is they want to have good reports, and that is why they push the price lower. They are in a loss on their positions they bought in January, and that is a good sign, because probably in January and February they will pump further towards the upside, because they had bad reports this year. That is exactly what they want. They can buy their Bitcoin at such a low price right now. If they push price towards the upside, they will have a really good first quarter of the year. They had time to buy their Bitcoin at such a low price. Everyone is tricked out of the market, and then they can push their reports towards new levels. That is what I am expecting here. So for now, I'm anticipating on a close below the $93.3 thousand for Bitcoin. Maybe we will see some more downside coming, but I really think that this is a really interesting zone for Bitcoin to break towards the upside. For now, also, if you look at the lower time frame, it is slow price action. The volume is pretty low. It is really, really choppy. You don't want to get into trades right over here. Why? Every single time you tapped in a trade, it was horrible. If you bought this support, it was literally chopping back to your entry, then pushing towards the upside, then towards the downside to your entry. This is not where you want to trade. This range, the longer you are staying in a range, the bigger the move will be. But an interesting thing to know is that the longer you are in a range, the higher the chance of a breakout is, because all the orders get filled here, and there will be a time that there are no orders left towards either the upside or towards the downside, and that will cause a major move for Bitcoin. So if we see that happening here in the upcoming days, I am looking for liquidity. And where lays the liquidity? I really think that this is a really interesting zone. Why? This low is very, very horrible, and it will probably get taken out. All the orders under this low aren't filled yet. So I think that this is a really, really big scenario that could happen in the market. Take this low out, fill all the orders below, all the stop loss which will lay around this low will get taken out, and after that the Bitcoin price will pop. So for now, I'm not anticipating in doing anything, but if we drop towards the $84.5 thousand, I am looking for a long, and this is pure focused on liquidity. So for now, this range has no potential, but also if we pump massively towards the upside, right over here, there lays a lot of liquidity, and there is some short orders getting filled right over there. So if we see one of those blue zones getting hit right over here, that is where I'm opening up a trade. I really want to see big moves and volatility seeing before I open up any trade here, because you don't want to get trapped in this range here. So this is the plan for Bitcoin. If we are seeing it right here in Christmas, I will post it right over on my X page, so please make sure to follow me there as well. And of course, please make sure to sign up on the free Telegram link with the first link in the description. I will keep you posted about the market right over there. But a really important thing, I will give you the setups. You will know exactly what you need to do. The only thing you need to do is trade over on WeX with the setups I gave you. You can sign up on WeX through the second link in the description. And one really exciting thing here, if we hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, which is doable here, WeX will give away 1000 USDT trading bonus to one of you guys. So please make sure to enter the giveaway, to subscribe over on my YouTube channel, like this daily update video, and sign up on WeX through the second link in the description. And if we hit 500 subscribers, one of you will get 1000 USDT trading bonus. And if you follow my setups afterwards, you can easily make a few $1,000s with that. And that will be a really, really good beginning of 2026. Then if we look at the Centra rallies, and this is not something I'm trading on because this is just data. It is great data to trade on, but it is really interesting to look at, because if you look at the history on Christmas Eve, after Christmas Eve, we saw a pump of approximately 9%. We have seen that once again right over here. Christmas Eve happened, we pumped towards the upside 11%. Of course, Christmas Eve was yesterday, and right now we should expect a pump. But like I said, I'm not trading on this kind of data and setups, but it is just a funny thing to look at, that most likely after Christmas Eve, Bitcoin pumped towards the upside. I'm not trading on this because it's not based on any real data, but it is just funny to see. What is real data and what is really important is the Bitcoin realized profit by whales. And this means that $23 billion in Bitcoin options are set to expire this Friday, and this is massive because this is one of the largest expires in history, and the Bitcoin price isn't that bullish. So I think this is a massive development in the market, and you really want to keep this in mind because this could end up in a big volatility event for Bitcoin. Of course, this doesn't mean that it is bearish or bullish, but big volatility is about to hit the market, and big volatility means big opportunities, and that is exactly what we want to see for Bitcoin and what we probably will see this Friday. That was it for today's video. Please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss something throughout the day in crypto. And of course, subscribe over on my YouTube channel, like this daily update video to enter the giveaway. And I will give you a very nice Merry Christmas here in the upcoming days. And I will see you tomorrow by a brand new Crypto Daily Update video.